This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They fake the give. Now Rodgers steps away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. One play in the end zone on the long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not get that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? No, I should say covered well.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their own 25-yard line. On first down, Corral swinging this out for Pollard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Those defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd and 9, Corral. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, we know he can run the football, too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Corral on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 25. First down. Here's Corral with it. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Ready up.
On second down, it's Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Corral. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Rodgers' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. On the counter, here's Jones. And some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. To try again after the sack. Corral. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's taken to the 26. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Throwing here, Corral. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Play action here, Corral. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as he's... Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Corral sets up play action. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5. Corral looking to pass. 2nd down. That's caught by Sims. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A final shot before the half for Corral. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll pitch this out to Pollard. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. From the 30 on 2nd down, Corral. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Corral. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Corral, 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On first down, it's Corral. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To the air again with Corral. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On play action, now Rodgers. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now this looks like a roughing call. Rodgers now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a throw here to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Corral. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Fourth down, here's Corral. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And some room to maneuver. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Pollard is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd down and goal. Corral, that's caught at the 2. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Third and goal. Here's Corral. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Corral. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stop.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On first down, Corral. And he wisely will throw that one away. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Corral from the gun on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This time, Corral will throw it. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Johnson for the extra point try. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One final play for Corral. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Green Bay, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.